Okay, guys, today I'm going to take you through the process that I use for upgrading my programs in Windows to their latest version. I use something called Winget, which is a native package manager in Windows that can be used to install programs basically from like the command prompt. And I'm going to show you just what exactly I mean, how I keep the programs up to date. I'm going to search, and then I have command prompt right here. I'm going to right click on it and go run as administrator because that'll get this to work. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to type winget and then space, then the word upgrade. Okay, that CLS, I mistyped winget, W-I-N-G-E-T. And I will leave these commands in the video description. Upgrade. Okay, what it's going to do then is go through and check the Winget repository. What it did was it checked, okay, these are the list of programs you have installed on your computer. These are the version numbers that you currently have installed for those programs, and this is the newer version that's available. And this is a very, very easy way to just quickly get your programs up to date to the latest version without having to check each individual program and just being able to do it all at once. And the way that I would do that is I would just do winget upgrade and then dash dash all. And if I wanted to, I could press enter and then it would go through and upgrade each of the 4 programs that it found. But I'm not going to do that because there's actually an easier way to do it. I'm just going to create a batch file that will basically do that for me, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to close out of this window. What we would do is we would go to a notepad. We would open up like a notepad document. So we would just, a matter of fact, I'll show you how to do that real quick. Delete, and then we just right click and go new and then text document. I just have this located in a folder that I created called ctemp just to keep it up out of the way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up that text document that I just made and type in that same command, winget, and then followed by the word upgrade. Upgrade. But then I'm going to do space and dash dash all. And then new line. And then I'm going to put in the word pause. And then what I'm going to do to save this as a batch file is I'm going to save as, and then all types, all files. This is important. I want to make sure that save as all files. And then I want to click on this right here. I can call this whatever I want. Winget upgrade tool. But the important part is to make sure that the computer recognizes it as a batch file. Include a .bat file extension because that's what enables it to be recognized as a batch file. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit yes. And do I want to replace it? I want to replace the one I've already got because I'm just showing you guys for demonstration purposes. So we now have this winget upgrade.bat here, which we created literally just a couple minutes ago. And then I'm going to go here to this and delete this just to show you how to make this shortcut. Then we're going to go back, and we're once again in the ctemp folder. I'm going to go to right click on the batch file and go create shortcut. I think I accidentally deleted it, but let me go back out of here and go into the recycle bin. Yep, I did. Winget upgrade.bat. I'm going to restore it. That was my mistake. I accidentally deleted it. I'm going to go ahead. Why do they have delete so close to create shortcut? What I meant to click on was create shortcut. What that's going to do is create this over here, this same file name dash shortcut. And what I'm going to do just for convenience sake is cut that and put that on the desktop just so that I have it for convenience sake. Upgrade, and then I'm going to rename it just so that I know what it is. Winget upgrade admin launch. Admin. I'm just going to call it admin because I'm going to configure this in a way that is going to automatically launch the command prompt with administrative privileges, and therefore I don't have to do anything beyond click yes and click yes to user account control. So I renamed it Winget Upgrade Admin. I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to right click, go to Properties, click on Advanced, and then check where it says Run as Administrator, hit OK, and then hit Apply. OK, and then if we do that right now, we're going to hit Yes, Winget Upgrade All, and then it's going to go through and download all four of our packages that can be upgraded. So it's going to go through that process. We're just going to give it a minute. Now it's doing the second one, which is a newer version of Zoom. And then Zoom just running through the installer. And the nice thing about the Winget installer program is that it's configured in such a way that all the installs are silent, meaning that once you trip the update process, you make this request. These installs are done silently, needing no further interaction from you. And that's basically a requirement if you want to put a package in the Winget repository, that it be able to be installed silently without any further user initiation beyond the initial command to install the program. Okay, the Chrome install seems to be taking a while, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the recording and then resume it once. There it goes. Sometimes it just takes a while. And then it's going to do the last one. And it upgraded all four of our programs to the latest version of 2 package that could now be. You don't need to worry about this. This basically installed all four of the main programs that it was definitively sure it could upgrade. And if we actually wanted to check whether or not it actually did this, we can go to Google Chrome, and then we can go to, I think it's under Help, About Chrome, and we should see that we are on the latest version. Yes, we are. It says Chrome is up to date. And it says press any key to continue. That's because I included the pause command in the batch file, which tells the script, basically don't close immediately once you're done. Hit the brakes basically and make me have to push a key like the space bar or the enter key in order to get this window to close. I'm going to go ahead and hit yes I'm going to go ahead and hit that. But if you notice this, if we click this again and hit yes, it will go through that same process and tell us that no installed packages found match the input criteria. In other words, no packages on our computer can be upgraded, which tells us that everything that Winget could upgrade, it did. So this is just a quick and easy way to get your programs up to date, basically by just having to do one click. Now, just one caveat: if you're not logged in with an administrator account, if you're logged in with a local account, just a regular user account, you will need to supply the administrator password when you click on this. If you are in an administrator account like I am in this virtual machine setup, you may still have to reply to the UAC prompt as I did, which you just saw me do by just hitting yes. And I recorded a version of this video yesterday, but I actually felt it would be better to do it inside a virtual machine just because I do a slightly better job with this being the second time through that I've done this. And two, I was able to show you the UAC prompt because this is run in a virtual machine and not on my regular desktop, which whenever you do UAC through there, it basically blocks out the screen for a second while you hit yes, which is why I chose to do it in this virtual machine. So anyway, that's just a quick way to update your programs, just basically a one-click button situation. I hope you found it useful. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.